कहानी भी साला गेम बार बार बंद हो जाता है लो ग्राफिक्स की वजह से शायद।
Off on another adventure, are we?
There's so much we don't know about beasts. So much to learn.
Excellent work today. Class dismissed.
Hello there.
Ugh. Can't say I'm terribly fond of all the dung in this class.
I take it you're ready to learn.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
I will, Professor.
I will hold you to that promise. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile.
बोम्बार्ड हो गया।
Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control.
Bravo!
ये काफी अच्छा स्पेल है। Acquire and use invisible potion. Acquire and use thunder blue potion against enemy. चलो फिलिपिनो भी सीख लेते हैं थोड़ा।
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Oh,
Perhaps a hybrid. Bouncing to...
I've finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
Wonderful! I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots. Wonderfully done. If you'd like to practice a bit more... To do so here in the greenhouse. Look at that. You're a natural.
Flipendo!
Flipendo. और क्या बचा? वेस्ट. ये बचा. Speak to Sebastian under prop. ये जाते हैं.
What are you up to now?
कहाँ है बंदा?
If only a new student would help.
और एक सिखा दे, कुछ और सिखाओ.
You'll never believe what I...
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous. Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spell book.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
चलो अब क्या बचा? The lost child made nothing. Usually in low hope with the always a cool bright and man eyes meet her there to investigate. Ow.
You are here. Good.
Is this Mr. Bickle's home?
I believe so. He supposedly has evidence against Harlow. We need to speak with him.
Where are you, Archie?
Are you all right? We're looking for Mr. Bickle.
My husband is dead. He killed him.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Bickle. Who killed your husband?
Theophilus Harlow. I'm sure of it. He's been threatening my husband for weeks and... Oh, where is my son? Where is Archie?
He must be around here somewhere. When did you last see him?
Archie was home with his father while I was out. His satchel's missing. Hopefully he's just gone wandering, as he's prone to do. I hope he wasn't here when Harlow... when my husband...
Do you know which way Archie might have gone?
He has a little hideout in the forest south of here. He never wanders far. But if he witnessed Harlow doing something to his father, I'm afraid to leave, in case he comes back home.
We'll find your son, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. What am I going to do?
तुम रोते रहो, हम लोग ला रहे हैं तुम सब क्या?
Please do not worry, Mrs. Bickle. We will bring Archie home. When I took the letter we found to Officer Singer, she told me about Mr. Bickle. He had been doing the same thing we are, providing Officer Singer with evidence to take down Harlow. I had hoped to speak with him about what he had found, but we were too late.
What did Officer Singer say about the letter you brought her?
She thanked me, but she clearly felt that it was not enough. It is a shame that hippogriffs cannot speak. Your friend Highwing could provide all the evidence against Harlow that we
Revelio.
need. We will need something more. This must be little Archie's hiding. Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Archie? Archie Bickle! He would not have done this to his own hideout. Someone came here looking for him. Revelio may be our only hope of finding out which way he went. There! Archie's footprints. He went this way.
तो ऐसे भी होता है.
Revelio.
I thought we would have found Archie by now.
I suspect he'll keep running if he's being followed.
If it is Harlow that's pursuing him, I only hope you're right. Men like Harlow would not think twice about killing a child. We must find Archie quickly.
हाँ क्या इतना दूर से बेली हो जाता है.
Wolves! Prepare for a fight. I hope Archie didn't cross paths with that wolf pack. We should look around.
Archie's satchel. Why would he leave it behind?
He was likely running from Harlow, distracted.
Revelio.
This may be a good time for Revelio again. Archie went this way. I have a bad feeling about this. Harlow must have a reason for pursuing Archie.
I wonder what Archie saw. I hope he didn't see Harlow kill his father.
He would never overcome it. At least not in any way I can imagine. A fork in the road. We will need Revelio again.
Revelio.
Multiple sets of footprints. Oh, Harlow caught up to him here. This is not good. They went this way.
उधर ही जा रहा था. अरे क्या लड़की खुद आएगी नहीं अब मेरे को बोले.
Thestrals. They are beautiful, are they not?
You can see Thestrals too.
I witnessed death when I was 9. Saw my first Thestral shortly thereafter. I found comfort in it. I still do. I think those of us who have witnessed death deserve some comfort.
I'm sorry you experienced something like that at so young an age.
I was with my father when he died. My mother was away, and I felt quite helpless. It was a long time ago in some ways, but in other ways, it seems like it was only yesterday. I still see him so clearly.
You must miss him.
My father was a wonderful man.
Arresto momentum.
Let us keep moving. We must find Archie.
ऐसा मार्क करना होता है इसमें. ना मार्क करना देना चाहिए.
Revelio.
It is as I feared. They have Archie. Be on your guard. There can be no mistakes. Hush now.
Revelio. Revelio.
Despacito. कौन सा डिस्पेसिव? Repulso था? Repulso use against enemy. Okay, एक और डिस्पेसिव यूज करना पड़ेगा.
Revelio.
You don't think he saw it happen, do you?
Of course he did. Why else would he have run?
He's just a child. We should release him. This
Harlow will decide what to do with him once he gets back.
Revelio.
A lamb to the slaughter. Where did you go, coward?
You don't want to go.
You can't hold out forever.
Is that the best?
Another pitiful beast.
Revelio.
हाँ जाना रहता है वैसे भूल भुलैया. नीचे तो जाना है समझ रहा हूँ.
Revelio.
Someone help me! Is anybody there?
पहले हेल्प नहीं, पहले हम लोग सामान लेंगे।
Revelio.
ऊपर कैसे चढ़ना है? हाँ हाँ हेल्प करेंगे, सब्र करो।
Revelio.
हाँ चलो साला हेल्प ही कर देते हैं।
I need your help.
Archie. Archie Bickle.
How do you know who I am?
Your mother sent us to find you.
Oh,
रुको बे, सामान ढूंढने के पहले हेल्प बाद में।
Not too loud, Archie.
पैसा ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है।
sorry.
We
अपन
need to
बॉडी
get
मोड
this
का
open.
वर्क है, क्या बोलते हैं? पेन है।
Hello, Hamora.
तू करना पड़ता है, चाबी भी खोलना पड़ता है। क्या करेंगे, देख रहे हैं, 1 रुपया भी नहीं देगा इसको बचा के। क्या फायदा इसको बचा के? लाइफ में भी पैसा बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है, हर चीज के लिए पैसा।
Sorry, Archie.
जादूगर है
won't
लेकिन
let
हर
him
चीज के
get
लिए
away
पैसा
with
चाहिए
it.
इसको।
But first, we need to get you home to your mother.
Thank you for saving me.
You wouldn't have it any other way, Archie.
पेड़ उगाएगा उसके लिए पैसा
Now let's
मांगता
get
है।
you home. We know a safe way back.
आप 4K में खेलोगे हैं? मर नहीं जाएगा मेरा पीसी? कहाँ से चलेगा 4K पे? लाओ खरीद दो एक अच्छा खासा पीसी, खेल लेंगे 4K में। जब मेरा स्क्रीन साला 2K का है, 4K पे कैसे खेलूंगे? ओह पहुंच गए हम लोग।
Oh, Archie, you're here! Oh, you're safe.
Mother? Oh, Mother. Father's friends are in
लाइव में
danger.
थोड़ा सा शर्म आता
I
है,
heard the people who took me
अगर मैं
talking
लाइव
about
नहीं
them.
करूंगा तब 4K
Which
कर
friends,
सकता हूँ।
darling?
Mr. and Mrs.
Record में।
Rabe. Mr. Filbert. And I think they also said Otto's name.
Oh,
टैंटी पे अच्छा
I shall
फील्ड नहीं
speak
आ
with
रहा
them.
है, ऐसे कैसे नहीं आ सकता?
You run inside.
Yes, Mother.
गरीब है वे, गरीब है हम लोग।
Your husband's friends may be in
हमारा
danger.
बस खेल
Just
रहे
as
हैं।
he was.
How can we help?
You've done enough. My husband was a powerful wizard and couldn't defeat Harlow. The last thing we
बड़ी
need is
औरत,
that monster
बड़ी
coming
औरत,
after
कुछ फर्क
you.
नहीं पड़ता, बस बच्चा चाहिए, घर का जायदाद चाहिए उसको भी।
We don't want to worry you. I'm
बाप
sorry
तो मर
again
गया,
about your husband,
तो
Mrs.
सारा हो
Bickle.
जाएगा बच्चा का
Thank you.
नाम।
And thank you for
तो
bringing
इसीलिए उसको बस
Archie
बच्चा
home.
चाहिए था।
I can never repay the two of you for your kindness.
Not to worry, Mrs. Bickle. My father used to say that rain does not fall on
Revelio.
one roof alone. We are here to help each other.
Yes.
है जेट शॉट फुल हो गया। रेस्टोरेंट में बेच देगा सामान।
Hello, Mr. Semi.
What can I do for you?
रेस्टोरेंट इविल 4 देखेंगे भी, ये खत्म हो जाए खेलते हैं।
What do you
टाइम
have to
नहीं
say?
मिलता है आजकल, मुश्किल से एक गेम खेल पाता हूँ। देखना अभी जेंसिन बंद कर दिया हूँ, जेंसिन
What
नहीं
can I
खेल।
help you with today?
मार्च में आएगा। हाँ तो मार्च में हो सकता, तब तक ये खत्म हो ही गया रहेगा। तो क्या करूँगा भाई, ये तो मज़ा आ रहा है मेरे को, तो खेलने का थोड़ा इच्छा बढ़ जा रहा है।
I hope to see you again sometime.
Wonder who lives here.
इंसान रहते हैं और कौन
What
रहता
do
है?
we have here? A demiguise.
हाँ भाई, नया नया तो थोड़ा जोश रहता है गेम।
Revelio.
अच्छा भी है भी गेम, बुरा नहीं है। बस मेरे को इसमें झाड़ू लगाने नहीं आता, पता है, बाकी सब आता है।
Hello, Hamora.
घर से जैसे चोरी कर पाता हूँ, देख रहे हैं, दिन दहाड़े चोरी करता हूँ मैं घर में।
Revelio.
लार्ज रग। कहाँ लेके जा रहे हैं हम
I
लोग?
never
7
thought
7
Ramrock's
मीटर।
loyalists would.
किस ले जा रहे हैं इधर? वेपन, दिस वेपन मेक्स प्लेस्ड इन। क्यों क्यों दिए इसको वेपन? रिटर्न टू, इधर चलते हैं। और एक्सपेल हो गया। बस अनफॉरगिवेबल कर्स में से 2 बचे हैं और बाकी सारा खुल जाएगा अभी।
Handy resource indeed.
करो
Your
भी
field
बोलो इसका
glass.
मल्टीप्लेयर स्टार्ट करें।
Hogwarts is second.
Mm-hmm.
900 मीटर। मैं गलत जगह जा रहा हूँ ना? हाँ मैं गलत जगह जा रहा हूँ। मैं गलत जगह।
Does Professor Black?
Have you finished your assignments?
पूरा.
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus.
था.
Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention.
वो इससे बात है.
Very good. It seems you have a grasp on Diffindo. I would encourage you once again to practice here in the classroom. And that of everyone else. It's a pleasure to have a student who actually heeds instruction.
Confringo! Incendio! Bombarda!
अब खत्म ये वाला काम से. और बढ़ाते हैं. Defeating a cursed enemy restore some of your health. भारी इम्पोर्टेंट, ये भारी इम्पोर्टेंट चीज है. Collect 15 field guide pages in Hogsmeade. और भी बचा है, क्या बचा है? फिर आगे. पूरा देख लिया ना. Waiting in the area to the far north of Hogwarts as the Broom Hill. Okay, चलो चलते हैं. Meet Poppins.
Deek would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
अभी क्या हुआ, बहुत ज़्यादा है क्या? हुआ नहीं है. Short circuit, okay.
Deek would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
Locked it.
Arrest the momentum. Arrest the momentum.
क्या कर दे रहे हैं लोग?
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
क्या बात करेगा? Said you want to tell me more about the loom.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that. Deke has had a thought. He...
और एक room. याद नहीं आ रहा.
Oh, seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master retrieving leech juice in a cave near Hogwarts. Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave, and Deke knows the cave is infested with spiders.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke hasn't heard from his friend for a while now. As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful, Deke thought you could test it whilst checking on Tobbs.
I understand. Leave it to me, Deke. I'll find Tobbs for you.
Oh, thank you. Please let Deke know what you learn about Deke's old friend.
क्या ऐसी जगह देखते हैं। उतरेगा तुम। फिर कहाँ भाग। वाह इतना उड़ना है इसको। और तो कैरेक्टर न 10 है ना। हाँ
Proud of all the potions you brewed.
टेफॉन है। टेफॉन खोलने बस चलो। फिनिक्स फिदर फिनिक्स कहाँ से मिलेगा। केव ढूंढना था ना अभी हम लोग को।
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Knowing a meat, he's likely studied here. This must be Tobbs's cave. I suppose I should head inside.
खत्म। The master code by 3 filler. Where the ingredients silver customer will mix their bottle of
Tobbs's master is awful. Tobbs? Tobbs? Deke sent me. Are you in here? Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. It looks as if Tobbs was here some time ago. He must have headed deeper into the cave. Crucial. Glaciers. Confringo. Revelio.
कहाँ जाना है?
Confringo. Glaciers. Confringo. Potato. Confringo. Defender. Confringo. Revelio.
ऊपर कैसे चढ़े? नहीं पता ऊपर कैसे चढ़े। वो ऐसे ऊपर चढ़े।
Incendio. Bombarda. Revelio. Bombarda. Incendio. Confringo. Crucial. Glaciers. Potato. Confringo. Incendio. Potato.
You're looking for Tobbs. It seems he has dried up all the leech here and must move deeper into the cave. Now, Goose.
That didn't sound particularly reassuring. Confringo.
चलो ढूंढते हैं. मच डीपर कहाँ तक ले जाएगा पता नहीं.
Confringo. Incendio. Potato! Comprendo! Stupefy! Defender! Not my fault you're a deadly great spider. Revelio! Incendio! Confringo! Revelio!
No, इधर
Oh
छुपा हुआ
no. I have a feeling that house elf is Tobbs.
The big spider was too much. Tobbs has failed you and deserve this punishment. Tobbs feels weak, sleepy.
Poor Tobbs. Left here alone with the spiders. That table looks familiar. Seems I'm back at the entrance to the cave.
ठीक है, इधर आएंगे लेकिन पहले उधर चलेंगे. भाई अच्छा लग रहा. ये बुरा नहीं है. Map. Hogwarts. Straight room. Pages plus 25. Udah, wait, plus.
I'm back from the cave, Deke.
Wonderful. Deke hopes you gave Deke's best to Tobbs.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Deke, but Tobbs is gone. It seems he was unable to avoid the spiders in the end.
Oh my. Deke was afraid of this, alone in that cave for so long. Oh, poor Tobbs. Deke and Tobbs once shared the same master. When he died, we were separated. Deke always wished Tobbs had been sent to Hogwarts too. Deke feels lucky to serve such kind witches and wizards like you. Deke will miss his friend dearly, and will raise a glass to him with a heavy heart.
I'm truly sorry about your friend, Deke.
Thank you. You are very kind. Deke could use some time alone to think, if that's all right.
New quest बोला? Talk to Dick in the room of requirement.
When you have a moment, please come and talk to Deke.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deke thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deke suggests rescuing thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deke has seen some wild thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from tomes and scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deke.
Off on another adventure, are we?
गलत जगह आ गया क्या? डायरेक्शन ढूंढने में मेरे को बहुत गलती हो रहा है। 2 बार हो चुका है साला।
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue powder.
Arrest them. There. I'm not going to hurt you. Do cooperate, won't you?
Breeding span spellcraft. मैं तो भी पैसा भी लगा देता तो क्या होता डिक साला।
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
आज वापस खरीदने बोल रहा है।
I wish I'd paid more attention. Try not to judge what others do. Very knowledgeable.
I was wondering when I'd see you again.
Now I can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the Thestrals. I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
देखने दो। रानी भाई कहाँ पर क्या क्या बन जा रहा है?
Deke's no herbology professor, but some plants here seem to be ready to harvest.
I'll look after you.
कहाँ फेंक दिया चिप्स? आधा घंटा बहुत लंबा प्रोसेस है भाई।
Could you remind me what I'm to do with the Thestrals, Deke?
Release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
तो आधा घंटा वेट करना पड़ेगा। ठीक है, आधा घंटा खेलेंगे जो तो।
This will be more useful when I have something to identify.
कितना टाइम है? हो कुछ है? क्या था ये? बोम्बार्ड मास्ट। Cast slice through impacted enemy to strike additional target. Deal direct damage to infected. Yes, area fact and impact nearby. Attacks deal damage and break shield. सब चाहिए अपन को सब चाहिए फिनिक्स कहाँ मिलेगा तब अभी हम लोग को फिनिक्स ऊपर मांग रहा अपग्रेड के लिए
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Let's go! Come on, Highwing!
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
चलो
A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
क्या ये वही ड्रैगन बन रहा
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
Bombarder!
This is...
Rebellion!
odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Pelts. Poor, still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Rebellion! This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
One of the little bastards scratched me. I'll let him live just long enough.
Ah, but if the air is cool, it always takes longer. Nothing to poach in Arranshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble, if you ask me. Legs are far too brittle. Ah!
Focus, Totalis.
The Ministry ought to relax their feelings towards the dark arts.
Focus, Totalis.
Sneaky peek.
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out. Revelio.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being on the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
That's it. Don't know what Victor was thinking, stroking her.
Revelio.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say...
It's Totalis.
Revelio.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you. Revelio.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her it, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Hello, Hamora.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
A more hushed approach is what he wants.
Careful! That rope will want his dragon intact!
Troll you are!
Don't think you'll get out of here!
Places!
Nothing more than luck.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
I'll check your pockets after you're dead.
Get accustomed to that! Round, why he's coming. Little legacy, what distract me? Let's get this over. I see you. You regret that.
You may want to. Could bring it. Defender.
Well, you'll have to do better.
Would you like me to put you down? Let me We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out. was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Quest. Complete Professor Weasley assignment. Collect the field guide pages to the underground in the underground however. Collect the field guide pages from the book of
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
एक तो हुआ
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deke never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the phoenix, not Tobbs, not even master. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Actually, perhaps another time.
हेल्प मांगते हैं, इससे कंप्लीट होगा ही अगर साथ।
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. So this is the underground harbour.
Tell me. Whisper it in my ear. I won't be upset.
Revelio.
Must I raise an eyebrow to you of anything other than pure?
Library.
Revelio. Revelio. That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Revelio. Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The Golden Snidget.
Correct! The Snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Bludger.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the Quaffle. When a chaser throws the Quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know if you change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this. Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
I heard Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do. Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacula. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I was, intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
glad you came.
Over here.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgok?
I did, thank you. We had a good conversation. He sends you his best.
Glad to hear it. I shan't ask for details of your little chat, and I'll refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be, whatever your plans.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I don't believe I've met Mrs. Sprottle.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
Hello?
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
अरे 12 हो चुका है। बंद कर दो, 3 बजे वापस आऊंगा।
Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Seems a pleasant enough.
Shane Bardolph thought dark magic was the answer.
Revelio.
I reckon Rookwood's played a hand in his disappearance.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Practices of the
What do we have here? A demiguise. Revelio.
Bardo Beaumont should have returned by now. Had by dark wizards he was.
Hello, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those Horklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
High Wing, go!
What was that?
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Thought we'd forget about that. What in...
Accio. Visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more Hawk. Better have a look around. See about the Horklumps and the box of letters. Confringo! Revelio! That's all the Horklumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Bombarder! Revelio! Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether.
Crucible. Places! Confirm.
Revelio. Revelio. Bombarda. I think that's everything. I should take this box of letters to Sirona. She'll be glad to have it back. Away, Highwing! Away!
So it better not be a trick.
Hogs. Bust the Highwing! Highwing! Go! Bust the Highwing!
Gaunt was the sort who'd flay her own mother.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk clumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her. And for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned?
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success.
Revelio.
Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't.
Accio! Don't start.
Confringo!
Accio! We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is taller than it looks.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant. We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
Confringo!
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. Depol Protego! Accio! Depulso! Glacier! Confringo! Crucible! Confringo! There's something here by the altar. Accio, Wingardium Leviosa. Rebellion. Caporso. Accio. Revelio.
हाँ बे बोल गिर गया कोई
डाउनलोड पे हटाना पड़ेगा
क्या डाउनलोड से हटाना पड़ेगा
ऑटोमेटिक डाउनलोड
इतनी क्यों भी
नहीं देख पाऊंगा ना मैं
तो कितना मस्त तो है
Wingardium Leviosa.
मैं तो खुश हो गया अब मर नहीं रहा हूँ जल्दी
What did you find?
ऐसे ही बोलेगा
मैं 2 दिन से खेल नहीं रहा हूँ
तो तुम पैसा कमा रहा है
Rebellion.
उसको कौन बोलेगा
नहीं बोलूंगा मैं
तो
क्या फर्क पड़ता है कुछ फायदा नहीं है
Revelio.
फायदा नहीं है फिर मैं आता हूँ तुम वैलोरेंट खेलते रहता हूँ ये क्या है
We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do.
हाँ
आज खेलेंगे
आज क्यों खेलेंगे बे वो आज बोट है
संडे है
आज बोट है
Accio.
रिकॉर्ड कल नहीं आएगा ना रिकॉर्ड घुमाने लगे जाएगा
Confringo. Incendio. Bombarda. I need to find a safe way across. Accio. Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. Accio, Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos. Accio. Lumos. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Accio. Guardian Leviosa. Rickety bone bridge complete. Repulsor. Accio. Revelio. Repulsor. We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've done it! I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
चलो.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Confringo!
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Rebellion.
This looks different than what we faced before. Now we're also dealing with rune symbols.
Incendio! Confringo!
Here's some of these stone tablets for steam music. That has to be something.
Incendio! Confringo! Defender! Defender!
Never knew spiders could make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it? Incendio! Confringo! Accio! Depulso!
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Perhaps we need to pull the handles in the order of the symbols on the tablets.
Rebellion!
Perhaps we need to pull the handles in the order of the symbols on the tablets.
Rebellion! Accio! Guardian Leviosa! Accio!
That worked. Keep going.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's
Revelio.
so entranced with this place.
Sendo. Accio. Potato. Devolso. Leviosa. Tracy. Ringo. Imperial. Crucio. Defender. Ringo. Leviosa. Incendio. Bombard. Potato. Glacier. Crucio. Imperial. Confringo. Incendio. Bombardo. Defender. For a moment there, I thought that'd never end. Confringo. Rebellion.
Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet. Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
Accio. The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my
Revelio.
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine, but Ominous knows. I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
Sebastian's right. We need that relic.
I'm sorry. My mind is made up.
Are you willing to sacrifice your friendship over this?
I might be. How could I choose to stand by and watch him do this?
What if the choice wasn't yours? You wouldn't be to blame for what happens.
What in the world are you suggesting? Imperial?
That's what I'm saying. I would take all responsibility. This could save your friendship. I know how to cast it. Sebastian taught me. But I won't do it unless you agree.
This is insanity. I can't believe you would ask this of me.
Sebastian is never going to give up trying to cure Anne. If you try and stop him now, he'll never forgive you.
Fine. This is unfathomable. But I suppose if you want that responsibility, it may just save what is left of my friendship with Sebastian. Remember, this is what I was telling you about the dark arts. They come with a cost. You may well regret making this choice. Do what you have to do. Cast it. Before I change my mind.
Imperial! Step aside, Ominous. Stay in place until we're out of sight.
I will.
Sebastian, come on.
What did you do?
Imperio. It was the only way to get out of here without a fight.
Ominous, I'm sorry.
Sebastian, we have to go.
Did we do the wrong thing?
You need the relic.
I know. But not like this.
Revelio! Ominous and I agreed. Surely there's a difference between casting Imperio on someone without their knowledge and casting it with permission.
I understand what you're saying. I do, but...
I've taken full responsibility. You have my word. Confringo! Accio!
We've always looked out for each other, Ominous and I. I hope he knows that hasn't changed.
खत्म.
How long will the spell last? How long must Ominous stay in the tomb?
The curse is lifted already. He'll easily find his way out of the catacomb just as we did. He'll be all right, Sebastian.
When we get to Feldcroft, I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like Ominous. It'd only upset her. Oh no, this isn't good.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet. Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
How nice and utterly pitiful this place. This thing will not win.
We've got them. They'll retreat.
Holy stop! I'm afraid to
Stop provoking them!
Stay back! Keep out of the way!
There's nowhere to go. We have to fight.
Keep out of sword's reach!
Got it! Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts. Repairer.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately. Why, Sebastian?
Revelio.